I'm Madeline Harvey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. In our lesson video, we're going to talk about how to effectively sing through your registers. So if you're ever frustrated with a persistent break or persistent wobble in different areas of your range, then this is the video for you. If you like today's video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up or click that subscribe button below. I'd love to see you here more often. Okay, so what I would like for you to concern yourself with today is the distinction of registers as the vocal cords see it. So usually when we think chest voice, mixed voice, or head voice, we think in terms of resonance. So we'll feel the chest voice as being here, or also the mouth. The mix as being like a mixture of the mouth and the nose, and the head voice kind of being up here in the skull. So your vocal cords don't see it that way. So we're going to take a look at exactly how they view registration. You might also recognize that as you're singing, chest voice tends to feel heavy, like there's a weight to it. And head voice, for most people, is heady. It's light, it's breathy, it's airy. They don't tend to like it, but there's a clear weight discrepancy between registration. So that's actually what we're going to be focusing on today. There's a couple of dimensions across which the vocal cords will move. So if this is your larynx, as it is in your voice box, like, or down your throat like this, we observe that the lower notes go down and contracted, and the higher notes go back and lengthen. Now, up doesn't mean this way, up means that way. Again, it's tilted in that direction. So that's a little weird, but that's one of the dimensions. It feels like a bow and arrow inside of your throat. The other dimension that the cords move across is the thickness or the thinness of the cords. So they will actually roll like this. That's what we're going to feel today. We're going to control the roll, or at least acknowledge it. So if we go to a low note, there, we're going to let the tongue rest out of the mouth. So like, that way we don't have any influence from the tongue. This is going to be kind of hard, but we're gonna do it. So rest that tongue out of the mouth and try that F3 for me. Feel the weight on the sound. The chords are thick, coming together like that. Now, if we do this note, with the tongue out, of course, we will notice that this note feels a lot thinner than this note here. That's what we're aiming to control, or at least acknowledge today. So we're gonna go from a full octave, F to F. And I just want you to feel, if you can, this sort of starting off thick and ending off light. So keep the tongue out of the mouth, keep the tongue nice and fat. We want the tongue to have no place in the intonation of the sound today. So rest your teeth down evenly on your tongue. Don't bite your tongue. Just rest gently now. So if I go, you hear the vocal cords move through that varying degrees of thickness as they get to the F, the top note, to which the chords get thinner as they arrive at that top note. Let's try it again. Here we go. Breathe. Feel that transfer of weight. It gets gradually by degree. Each note gets a little lighter as it moves through that octave. And we've got to let that happen, which is why we want the tongue to be kaput. So let's try it. Let's keep going up. Keep that tongue relaxed. If you want to, massage your tongue, or keep the what is that? Thumb under the chin so that you can observe when the tongue gets hard. That means it's influencing the sound. We don't want that. We want the responsibility to go directly to the vocal cords. Notice how we're also not singing really loud. We're not pushing a lot of air through that. Just nice and even. Here we go. And I'll just say this one more thing. I fully expect the voice to break. Maybe a lot. Maybe a lot. Why? Because we're removing the influence of the tongue. And when we do that, the cords are now free to vibrate and stretch and roll the way they need to. They're free to adapt to the changing nature of the sound. They can be moldable, shapeable, flexible, all of those bowls. But it's like when you go to the gym and you isolate a muscle that maybe you've not isolated ever, it's going to shake. So I recognize that right now that's probably what we're dealing with. We're dealing with an internal shake. It's being revealed to us that there's an internal weakness on the cord. So let's give that a try again. We'll go up the octave, breathe, and then come down. I just want you to have a little bit more time with it. Hear that big break on the return for me right there? So let's try it one more time. And again, we're not stressing. We're keeping everything very even kill, very even level of volume. We don't want to overcompensate for anything, but we do want to see, can the chords roll like we need them to roll? Varying degrees of weight as we go up through our range. Here we go. Easier and better. Good. So the big takeaway that I want you to think about for today, I just want you to play with little octave slides, or like little slides. You just want to feel the difference between notes. You will notice that you have gaps, what's called gaps in coordinations. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with any sort of true imbalance. It maybe does. There may be an imbalance, but it may be an habitual imbalance. So like, for example, like what was going on with my voice, right there, right around that semitone higher, there's a nice little habitual little wobble in my voice. Not because there's any great imbalance of pressure or any lack of weakness or lack of strength on the chords. It's just that my voice is so used to doing that. So I want to stop that behavior and try it again. But we don't want to bully ourselves into a straight tone. We want to allow for the appropriate amount of shake in the voice. Your voice should feel balanced and blended as you move high to low. If you're feeling a lot of effort, you're trying too hard. So, for example, if you've got a ton of tongue tension, sing a little softer or sing slightly higher than you normally would. That's a great way to reduce the influence of the tongue. If you're trying to make everything a chest voice, your tongue is going to really get very hard and bullying and keep the chords from doing their thing. So as you're playing, just notice that roll. Just see if you can get in there with your mind's eye and feel that roll. The slower you can do a slide, the stronger your chords will get. Okay? Cool. Very good. If you'd like to watch the entire live, we just did a live about this earlier today. So if you'd like to watch the entire live, there's multiple exercises on strengthening the vocal cords. Then click that join button below and become a member of this channel. As a member, you'll have exclusive access to all of our lives. We do them every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. If that's too late, too early, or you just got to work, that's okay. As a member, you'll also have complete access to our members only area with over 100 hours of vocal instruction. So, yay! Now, all it is just $4.99 a month, and that's US dollar $4.99. So just click that join button below, become a member of this channel. Your contribution helps us to continue to make this content for you that's completely catered to what you want to learn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you, and I will see you again next week.